Hello, I'm Eric Jesse. This is the introduction of target words for contextualized vocabulary. This is for the second grade. Okay. For today's lesson, we are going over 4 different vocabulary words that will be in your reading that you will be reading today called Alaska Adventure. Okay, first word we have today is vista. Okay, what is that word?
Vista.
Correct. Any idea what a vista is?
No, I honestly don't know.
Okay. A vista is a faraway scenic view or a beautiful view from a very high place. So I will read a sentence with an example of the word vista. Jake climbed to the top of a hill and took a picture of the beautiful vista that stretched out as far as he could see. Okay. So why did Jake climb to the top of a hill?
So he could see everything, like in the scene, all the trees and
What could he see at the top?
the beautiful scene or vista.
So what do you think vista means?
It's like a scene or it's a view.
So if you had to go somewhere, where would you go to enjoy a scenic vista?
Maybe Colorado,
On top of a what?
a mountain.
You know what mountains are in Colorado?
Boulders.
Okay, that's not what we're working on, I guess, but that's all right.
So you would be able to see the vista.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start the sentence and I want you to finish it with an appropriate word at the end. The vista stretched out to the horizon from where we stood on the blank.
On the mountain.
Good. Okay. Can you describe the most beautiful vista that you have ever seen? Where were you at?
Probably, let's see here. Well, probably in Colorado when we visited our family. We went on a hike and we climbed.
Sounds like fun. All right. So we're going to move on to our next word. Do you think you got the vista down? All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So our next word, okay, coordinate. What is that word?
Coordinate.
Do you have any idea what coordinate means?
Well, if you're coordinating a team or
all right. So
you're bringing together, you're planning.
When you coordinate a plan, you match it up with someone else's schedule. All right. Mm-hmm. So I will read a sentence with an example of this word in it. So mom had to coordinate her work schedule to match Jake's school schedule so she could get off in time to travel to Alaska with him. All right. So what did the mom want to do?
Make sure that her schedule aligned with her son's so they are able to go at the same time.
Okay. What did she have to do to get this time off?
Well, probably she had to coordinate schedules.
So what do you think coordinate means?
Like align and make sure that someone else is on the same page or someone's schedule is on the same page, that they're lining up. If you coordinate times, you have to make sure that whoever you're coordinating.
Okay. Yeah. How about you coordinate with the plans with a friend?
Well, you could call the friend and say, when are you available, and make sure that their availability matches your availability when you want to hang out.
Okay, so I'm going to start this sentence again, and I want you to fill in an appropriate word again. My sister and I tried to coordinate our after-school schedule because
we want to go to the park.
Okay, good. Sounds like you understand that. So can you describe a time when you should have, but you did not coordinate plans with somebody? What exactly happened then?
Well, my sister and I wanted to go play with our neighbors, but I didn't ask her when she was available, so I forgot she had homework, and so we didn't coordinate times so she had homework and I was free, and so we didn't find a time that we were both free to hang out with our neighbors.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like you got that one under control. Okay, our next word, okay, interior. So what is this word?
Interior.
Okay, so the interior of a state is the central area, the area that is away from the coast, state line, or the border. So I will read a sentence with the example of the word interior in it. Okay. So Jake wanted to travel inland to explore the interior of the state. What did Jake want to explore?
The interior.
Of what?
Of the state.
Okay. Where did he have to travel to do this at?
Inland.
Okay. So what do you think the word interior means?
Inside, within, like if the interior of a state, that's like the heart of the state, like what
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
inside of it, not on the outside of it, but
Okay.
on the inside.
That goes with the next question. So why did Jake want to explore the interior of Alaska? Why might you want to explore the interior of your state?
Because you can see all of the sightseeing and attractions, and that's where different vacation spots would be, and tourism.
Okay. So I'm going to start the sentence again, and I want you to finish it for me again, all right? So after a trip to the coast, we headed to the interior of the country because blank.
You wanted to go sightseeing.
Okay.
And see everything within that country.
So can you describe a place that you know about that is in the interior of our state?
Des Moines.
Okay, can you describe the place?
Des Moines is the capital.
Okay.
And there's a lot of just history there and important things to look at and things to do, and it's the biggest city.
Yeah, capitals are usually on the interior or the middle of the state. Okay, good example. Okay, so our last word for today is route. Okay, so what is that word?
Route.
So a route is the way you travel to get from one place to another. I will now read a sentence that will have an example of the word. Excuse me. So Dad looked at a map and found the best route to take around the Alaska Peninsula. Okay, so what kinds of things are shown on a map? Do you have any idea?
Roads, like if it's north, west, south, east, different landscapes.
Okay, so what did Dad use the map for then?
To make sure he was on the correct route, like so going the correct way and the fastest way.
Correct, okay. So what do you think the word route means?
Like a direction, a path to get somewhere that you can follow.
Yep. So why might you take a different route from school or to school some days?
Sometimes that route might have more traffic than
might be
another
busier.
route might be busier or could be blocked. Maybe there's construction.
Okay. I'm going to say another sentence here, and I want you to finish this sentence again, okay? So we got lost when Dad took a new route from blank.
Work.
Okay.
Well, are we in Alaska still? Or is this the Alaska?
No, it was just an example. Okay. You think he got lost because it was something that he had never done before and he didn't know the directions?
Yeah.
Probably.
And if he didn't have his GPS?
Yeah. Can you describe the route that you usually take from home to school?
Yeah, I usually go to the Heritage Road down that street, and then you take a right and go on to Main Street, and then you go straight for a couple of miles.
Okay, so what's like the scenic?
route?
What's it look like?
Well, there's a lot of houses, and you pass our neighbors, and then you pass like some stores, and then a lot of like trees and more houses, more neighborhoods, and then you kind of pull up into a parking lot and there's a school.
Okay, awesome. All right, so those are 4 words today. So now you're gonna go ahead and head to your seat. I've passed out the reading you're supposed to do. It's called Alaska Adventure. So you can go ahead and start reading that. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Sounds good?
Okay.
All right, good luck.